Welcome to Fluid Machines, Mechanics and Machinery Lab. So, this is a very important lab for mechanical engineers as well as civil engineers. Materials are of two types, whether it is solid or a fluid. And in fluids, we have got two types, that is gaseous or liquids. And liquids we consider mostly as incompressible liquids, and we deal mainly with water. And this laboratory, what we are seeing here, we are only discussing about water. There are various experiments, like this is a first experiment what we are dealing. This deals with a V notch. You can see this V notch. It deals with V notch, and second, it can also deal with rectangle notch. So we shall remove this V notch and instead we will fix the rectangle notch. So this, what is the aim of this experiment basically? The aim of this experiment is to find the coefficient of discharge. So now you may ask, what is coefficient of discharge? So when the water is flowing, these are used for flow measurement devices. I can give one simple example, like in an open small channel or in a field in a channel, or when you dig a new borewell. When you dig a new borewell, then they say that pani 3 inch gir gaya, 2 inch gira pani. How you measure that pani 2 inch gira, 3 inch gira? So there they use this kind of, they store the water, and when the water is flowing, then they will put this V notch, and whatever is the rise, that they will see that the output of the borewell is 3 inches of water. This is in crude parlance. Okay, this is one practical and real life example what I have seen about this notches. Second thing, in this experiment, what we are doing, we are trying to calibrate the notches, and we are going to find out the CD, coefficient of discharge. So we can calculate the discharge. We know the dimensions of this notches, both rectangular notch and V notch, and we know the initial head. See, now this water is flowing, so this is a pointer, and this is a what you call vernier head gauge. Vernier head gauge. So I will take the initial head, and then I will take the final head. Okay, and based on this I will get the head of the water. I can calculate the flow of water theoretically. Okay, and secondly I will calculate the water. I will measure the water flow physically. This is a tank with a known dimension. So this is a length, width, and this is a height. So say for 10 centimeter rise in the height of water, what is the time taken? I will use a stopwatch, and I will find out the actual time taken to fill 10 centimeters of this tank. So coefficient of discharge is nothing but actual discharge divided by theoretical discharge. So the actual discharge divided by theoretical discharge, you may get a value which will always be less than 1, and you may get a value of 0.6, 0.7, something like that. Okay, but always less than 1. So let me explain this apparatus too. Very simple apparatus. You can see this is a channel in which the water will be flowing. So you have got this is the water tank. What you are saying, only one common tank you can see. This is a water tank. So I will take this water, and you have got a pump. You see the water, it is connected to a pump. Okay, and this pump outlet, you have got a valve here. You have got a valve. So this valve, what I will do, for different flow rates, say I will open it, so 25% of the valve, 50%, 75%, that is 3/4, and 100%, total valve is open. So for this I will get 4 different flow rates. Okay, then the water comes here, and it comes into this channel. Okay, and from this channel, the water is flowing, and we will take the initial head. This pointer is fixed. Whatever this pointer is there, initially I will fix the pointer, and I will bring it to 0 on the micrometer. Then when the flow is there, then I will only, pointer is fixed, only I will move the main scale and vernier scale. So I will find out the head, okay, of flow of water. So this is the on and off button. This is the only thing which is variable, that is flow rate, what we do. And water flows, you can see the water flow rate through this, and ultimately the water will flow through this V notch. We know the dimensions of this V notch also. We know the dimensions of this V naught also. And this is the tank where, so first initially I will close because I want to measure. No? When I want to measure, I will close this. So I will see that water is filling in this. Okay, and then later on I will discharge into the tank. So we have got only one tank. I take the water from this tank, pump it, it comes to the channel, goes to the measuring tank and again to the reservoir tank. So this is how we do. This is a very simple apparatus, and this same apparatus is used for V notch as well as rectangular notch. So these two notches you will be studying, and the only idea is to find out the coefficient of discharge, and the coefficient of discharge is nothing but actual discharge by theoretical discharge. Theoretical discharge we calculate using the formula, and actual discharge we measure the time. Here the only variable is the time. Based on the time we will calculate the actual discharge, because we know the volume of this receiving tank. Okay, so this is the first and a simple experiment where we dealt with V notch as well as rectangular notch. What we do, how it operates is, we have filled the water with the tank. We start the pump. We bring it to 25%. First I will start with 25% of the water. Then the water comes here, it flows on the channel. I will take the head of the water. Then I will close this and allow the water to flow here. So I will measure, suppose I am measuring from 10 centimeters. So I will see from 10 to 20 centimeters, whatever is there, what is the time taken in seconds to fill this tank. Okay, that will be reading number 1. Then I will again increase the flow rate from 25% to say 50%. Again the water level will rise. Again I will move this, I will see the head. And then again I will see the flow of water in this tank. Okay, for 10 centimeter rise. Similarly for 75%, also again I will open the valve. Again the head will increase. I will move the head, check the head, and then lastly I will find out the flow rate through the measuring tank. And lastly for full valve opening, whatever is the head and whatever is the time. So as you open up the valve, you will find that time required to fill the tank will be reduced. The time will be reduced and the head is increased. So we will plot the graph, characteristics curve of this notch. Okay, thank you. And this is a valve. And you can see, so this pointer, now what I will do, this pointer, I will, this pointer, I will take it to stop. So this becomes the final head. Initial head was there, now this is the final head. So I don't change the pointer. So this is the flow knot. Now water is flowing directly. I will close it. I will close it. Now I will see the, once I close, water is not flowing. Water is only flowing in this measuring tank. So now I will close it. See the rise. Now you can see the rise. You can see the rise here. Very clearly, very clear. You can see along with my finger it is going slowly, slowly. So I can take a reading, say from 20 to 30. Now this is 20. Okay. From 20 to 30, whatever is the time, up to here, water is flowing. Whatever is the time required, I will take a stopwatch and then I will open